So when you come into the Crestview Funeral Home and Memorial Gardens area, you'll come in and you'll hang a left, and then you come around this area and you come right on up through here and you park, then get out, and then right here is the grave of Bobby Osborne. It says Bobby Osborne, born December 7th, 1931, passed away June 27th, 2023. There's a fiddle, or there's the fiddle, there's a mandolin, and his hat that he wore all the time. So Bobby Osborne, he was a musician, best known as the co-founder of the semi-bluegrass group, the Osborne Brothers, which he formed alongside his brother, Sonny Osborne. Drawn to music at an early age, he had listened to early broadcasts of the Grand Ole Opry on his radio set, and it was there that the musical stylings of legendary banjo player Earl Scruggs caught his attention, and determined to follow in his hero's footsteps, Osborne dropped out of high school in order to form his own band with his younger brother, Sonny. Try to get a better view there. So in 1949, Bobby was welcomed as vocalist in the Lonesome Pine Fiddlers, which was an early bluegrass group based out of Bluefield, West Virginia. 2 years later, Sonny joined the group as a banjo player. Their tenure together in the band was brief. However, as Bobby found himself drafted into the United States Marine Corps later that year. Following his discharge from the armed forces in 1953, Osborne returned his focus to his fledgling bluegrass career. Early on, he appeared with famed Texas troubadour Ernest Tubb, who advised Osborne to pick up the mandolin, the instrument with which he would forge the rest of his lengthy career. In 1953, he and his brother Sonny reunited once more when they formed the group Osborne Brothers Band. The group quickly became noted for their instrumental precision and vocals, prominently featuring Bobby's high, lonesome tenor alongside bandmates' tight harmonies. A 30-year span of releases was marked by a number of hits such as Ruby, Are You Mad?, Once More, Making Plans, Tennessee Hound Dog, and perhaps their most recognizable hit, Rocky Top. And you can see that right there on his stone. Good old Rocky Top. So in 1971, the band was named as the Country Music Association's Vocal Group of the Year honorees. And other distinctions bestowed upon Bobby Osborne and his brother included induction into the International Bluegrass Hall of Fame in 1994 and the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame in 2002. And in 2009, Osborne was present when the Lonesome Pine Fiddlers were inducted into the International Bluegrass Hall of Fame at the historical Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. And on January 10th, 2022, Bobby was named as a recipient of the Governor's Award for the Arts presented by Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. And befitting the musical legacy of the Osborne Brothers, two of their releases, Rocky Top and Kentucky, were selected as official state songs of Tennessee and Kentucky. There he is. Bobby Osborne. And the quote down at the bottom here is John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." And his wife Karen has not passed. See the fiddle down there in the bottom left. Bobby Osborne. The original Rocky Top singer that was released on Christmas Day 1965. I think 65 or 67. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yep, the Osborne brothers were the first to record it. All right, on to the next one. And actually, just right up from Bobby here, right here at the very end of the row, is his parents. And this is Bobby and Sonny's parents, Robert and Daisy Osborne. And right across the pond there, and the entrance when you come in, you hang that left right there at the pond. Stop and get out. You walk right up here and you'll find the grave of Delbert Bryant Jr. West, also known as Sonny West. He was born July 5th, 1938, passed away on May 24th, 2017. He was an American folk figure, actor, and author. Sonny was introduced to Elvis Presley by his cousin Red West in 1958, just before Presley was to be stationed in Germany during his time in the U.S. Army. After Elvis's military discharge in March of 1960, Sonny began visiting Elvis at his Graceland home in Memphis, and it was during this time that the two became real good friends. Shortly thereafter, Presley asked Sonny to come to work for him full-time as a bodyguard and maintain his fleet of cars. The friendship between them grew over the years, with West moving into Graceland for a period of time, along with other members of Presley's security team, Charlie Hodge, Red West, and Joe Esposito. Sonny would be given roles in some of Elvis's movies, such as Kid Galahad in 1962 and Stay Away Joe, 1968, which led to appearances in other films, among them The Navy versus the Night Monsters, A Matter of Blood, The Hellcats, Bigfoot, The Disc Jockey, and ESP. He also can be seen in two concert movies, Elvis, That's the Way It Is, 1970, and Elvis on Tour, 1972. He also worked as a stuntman on several films. On television, he appeared on the Daniel Boone. He appeared on Daniel Boone and had a guest role on the Beverly Hillbillies as Dr. Robert Graham, a veterinarian and the boyfriend of Donna Douglas, whose character was Ellie Mae. Sonny was fired by Elvis in 1976 after a falling out, and was one of the several co-writers of the controversial 1977 book, Elvis, What Happened? West died after a lengthy battle with lung cancer. And he's buried here in Gallatin at the Crestview Memorial Cemetery. There's his name. There's a TCB. Taking care of business. There's a picture of him and his wife. And his wife looks like she passed a few years ago. Judith Ann Jordan. She was born October 9th, 1945, and passed away May 5th of 2021. And hers says TLC. All right. Yeah, here's the former bodyguard of Elvis Presley, Sonny West. And if you come in the backside here at Crestview Memorial Gardens, come on down, hang the first right, park right there at that tree or a little above it, get out and walk, and you'll find the grave of Thomas Cottrell, born June 29th, 1924, passed away October 11th, 1998. So, Thomas, also known as T. Tommy, he was a radio announcer. He was one of the most beloved voices here in Nashville and the Grand Ole Opry. He began his career in radio in Macomb, Mississippi, and from there to New Orleans, Little Rock, and Shreveport before coming to Nashville. He spent 1954 to 1964 on WSM Radio as host of Opry Star Spotlight and as announcer for the Grand Ole Opry. He also made recordings for RCA, Mercury, and Dot Records. In the 1970s, He ran for Congress but was defeated by a young Albert Gore Jr. With Gore's support and endorsement, he ran for and won a place in the Tennessee State Senate in 1978, where he served until 1982. Following his political career, he worked with the International Brotherhood of Teamsters and continued to voice over work until his death in 1998. Thomas C. Crettier. See, he was a Mason as well. Yeah, real famous voice on the Grand Ole Opry. Real famous announcer. All right. And right across from Crestview, that is a huge, huge house. Camera doesn't do it justice. I don't know if that's a castle or a livable house or what. I have no idea. Looks kind of like Biltmore in a way. It's a huge castle house if it is. If anybody knows what that is here in Gallatin across from the cemetery here, let me know. And here is this little pond across the way from Sunny West. There's a mausoleum there. It's very nice and peaceful out here. It's quiet. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, whether it be good or bad. Do all those free things. And in the meantime, I'll see you real soon. It is a very hot and humid day here in July 2024. But thank you and good night.